is A Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you get to be an exclusive member to our very entertaining group chat.
They be saying, that's what they be saying. I have a special announcement.
Oh, go ahead. Announcement.
Beyonce drops in 48 hours. Get ready.
Girl, I thought you
were
were
really 24, because technically probably be like 2 midnight.
Interesting.
We on Beyonce's internet. So we got to shout out to Beyonce.
I'm on ACT internet.
No. You're on Beyonce's internet. Hey, Lan.
You finally catching us live. Beyonce don't pay for my internet. When she start paying for my internet, I'll call it Beyonce internet.
She technically pays for mine because she's from Texas. And I'm from Texas.
That is not.
I don't know. I don't know how it worked, but I've been to Houston numerous times. You know, since I'm up the street. So we basically.
When you been to Houston?
We're like cousins. The last time I've been, it's been a couple years, but I've been.
Right.
I think I was in college. Was I college last time? No, you know what? I had a layover in Houston. No, I didn't. I went in Houston. No, somewhere else. Anyways, Beyonce.
Exactly, because you ain't
been
Miss
there. Deborah.
I was in Texas this
Houston
weekend.
Houston is a 2.5 hour drive. I've been to Houston numerous times.
3 hours.
Oh, where I go is 2.5 and how I drive. I used to always go to Humble, if you've been there.
I don't know what that is.
It's in Houston.
Anyway, y'all, you know we're here to recap Survivor 46. Hey, DM Rocks. Oh, yeah, we glad this merged. It was time to wrap up these little 3 tribes.
Listen, today, quickly.
Really, last week, we'll be honest. But it's been an interesting season, to say the least, for sure. But any other exciting things that's going on before we get into it?
Technically it's still my birthday month. It extends the rest of March. So happy birthday to me.
So annoying. But before we do, we want to, send out our thoughts and prayers to the people on that bridge, the Francis Key Scott.
Yes, we do.
Whatever that bridge, I don't know the name of the bridge. The Baltimore Bridge.
Key Scott Bridge, something like that.
That's us, Francis Key Scott. It's a mixture of something to that. Francis somebody. Such a crazy event. So glad it wasn't as bad as it could have been if it had been in the day. But that was something that's been really huge in the news, in the media the last couple of days or whatever. So we did want to, for those who may be listening, may know people that live out there or may be affected, because now they got to change up commuting times and hours. Like I saw somebody say they got to add an extra 2 hours to their drive to get home now from work. So yeah, we definitely, our thoughts are with those impacted by that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I know they found 2 other people, but I think there's 4 unaccounted for. Last I looked, yeah, because it was a construction crew. Luckily, the cars, which is weird. Don't make sense to me because I feel like I've seen a clip and I saw a couple cars and they headlights, but I could have just been seeing.
Well, we did. I saw some too, but they said they sent out a signal 20 minutes before it hit or something, so people they could get the bridge to be free of.
Hold on. It might be because in the beginning, right before it happened, you see, I was like, what speed are they driving? Okay, so that makes sense.
Because baby, who would have hit a reverse in the middle of the thing?
That late at night, especially if it ain't that many cars. Shoot.
Because I don't know if that's just me and y'all in the chat. I don't know if it's if y'all been across the bridge. I'm always looking what's in the water, because it's always bad. I'm like, oh God, what if my car fell?
I'm thinking Godzilla going. That's the thing I automatically think of. Either the bridge is old and is raggedy and it's gonna break, or Godzilla gonna come up and say to my car.
Wow. But yeah, so I would have saw that little boat and I would have, it would look like getting a little too close. Let me get off the bridge. But anyway, Survivor, y'all. Survivor 46. Obviously, we're coming back from a Yanu tribal council. And, they're just celebrating that it's them three left. It sucks. They still hungry. They actually are in the running for going the longest on a losing streak in terms of immunity challenge.
Congratulations, losers. I was like, come on, Jeffrey, why you
Like Jefferson,
rub it
why you have
in?
to rub that in
Just say
face?
y'all better win something.
Right. And so they're hungry, they're starving, they've been 10 days without shelter, flint, fire, all that stuff. Sad for them. Then we go to Siga. That's the green tribe. The girls, they sitting back. So yeah, we're gonna catch you up, Miss Deborah. I saw that you said you ain't watched in a couple weeks. So the girls are sitting back and they're like, Ben and Charlie, they getting too close. We need to take Ben out. And so they are plotting to take out Ben, but they know that they have to convince Charlie because they want Charlie to be on board. He's a part of their four. And they like, we got to trust in Charlie, so it's going to be easy to sway him over and get rid of Ben. Ben's charisma is off the charts. That's too dangerous. We know a merge is potentially coming up. So the girls of Siga got their eyes on Ben. So Ben, you better get it together or you will not be here much longer.
Right.
And then they too happy. They out here salsa dancing together. They on the beach. They still doing song about. I said,
y'all
I
having
tweeted
too much
before,
fun.
Too much fun. Too much fun. I said, y'all need to go tribal tonight. I literally tweeted. I said, y'all need to go tribal because I don't like this kumbaya. I can't. Ben's eyes are really nice. He does have like those little eyes. When the light hit him, though, those type of eyes when the light hit it.
Mm-hmm. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
I didn't really pay much attention to it until tribal. I said, oh, what happened?
Because the firelight be hitting, hit his face, that angle, whatever they be doing, hit it just right. So yeah, I'm like, y'all having too much fun. Y'all think y'all on vacation. Y'all are on Survivor. It should not be this fun. I mean, it should be a fun experience, but y'all shouldn't be having this much fun together.
No fun. No Survivor. You trying to survive.
Right. And so I was a little annoyed with them being all kumbaya. Then we get to Nami tribe. That's the orange tribe. Baby, they said, it's time to look, get up off our behinds and look for an idol. So they all in the bushes and the weeds looking, and all over here, they in the trees. And then you have Liz. Hey, Liz. Liz is on her back at the shelter talking about, I ain't about to be looking for nothing. I can't even find my shoes sometimes. Ain't no sense in me trying to even go look for no idol.
Oh, Liz a trip. Oh my Lord Jesus.
Listen, she quote tweeted one of our tweets on the pod. Liz, come on the pod. If you want to be a secret investor, please be. We'll take it. We'll take it. But Liz was chilling, y'all. Liz was not. She said, y'all can go search for the idol and tell me who find it, and I'll be here when y'all get back. Crazy, but hey, do what you got to do, sis. I'm taking that. And then, so in the midst of, Hunter is like really close to it, and Venus come over there and she just yapping up and talking to him because she knows for a fact that the idol is back because Randon took it, the original one, with him when he got medevac. And so she just like over there hovering around Hunter, and he like, girl, if you don't get away from me. In his confessional, he's talking, she over here talking to me and holding me up.
She followed me everywhere. He said, let me go sit down.
I would have been like, listen, I don't really want you to follow me right now. Leave me alone. I don't want to talk no more. This conversation's over. Good night, Venus. Good night. So she does eventually leave. And it's funny because as Hunter was looking, he said in like the voiceover, they still allow them to talk while the camera's doing other stuff. So one thing he said was like, yeah, you're looking for the idol, and then bam, the camera pans over to the idol, and you see the person, they missing it because it's right there. And that's exactly what they did. As he's saying this, the camera pans over to the idol, or to the Byyyeee Vantage rather, and how he misses it. But my boy Hunter does eventually get the Byyyeee Vantage, and he opens it up. He reads all the clues. He understands that he now does not have a vote, A, and B, has to lose at immunity, the immunity challenge, in order to find it, which with the merge happening,
it's gonna be a minute.
How does that happen then? Because it's an individual. Do you just have to lose an individual? Because that ain't hard to do. I can lose an individual immunity. So will he be going into the merge without a vote permanently? I just don't. That's a little tricky.
Oh no, we're going to have to find a Survivor extravagant
Guru.
super fan. Yeah, guru for that one.
We'll post the question. I will post it on Twitter. Maybe somebody has some clarity on that. But yeah, so he finds that. So good for Hunter. I'm rooting for him because he on my draft. So whoop whoop. Then we get to Siga again. We go back to Siga. And the speculation about, somebody must have hid it, already found the advantage and they hid it and they placed that note to throw us off track. And they've concluded that it's Tim. And I'm like, just like last week, y'all going hard on Tim. Like, who is telling y'all that it's Tim? What is Tim saying and doing that y'all feel like it's him? Or at least that you want to pin it on Tim?
Listen, this what Tim be doing. Chilling.
No,
he be chilling. He don't be doing much of nothing. Y'all think Tim got it? Because Tim chilling, Tim quiet. I said, okay.
Right.
Tim out of all people. Come on now.
This is his first time even getting real confessionals in the last 4 episodes.
I thought Tim just dropped on the show today. Who is Tim? Is he new? They ain't been giving Tim no type of love.
No type. Hey, Tim's wife. Oh my God. Hey, come on, Tim's wife.
Hey.
Listen, I was just getting ready to get to Tim because, listen, Tim said, Jim, I know you the one that found it. I know it's you that got it. I was like, Tim, bruh. Right reads. He has the correct read. Like his reads on point. Because
that's why are they not giving him confessionals?
Yes.
Because he probably clocking too much.
He clock all of it. So he too good. They don't want to show him. But I'm like, okay, yes. Tim has all the reads. He know that he's like, Jim, you acting funny. She acting funny. And so I'm like, okay, he got that right.
He was Jim like, he said, where you hot there? I said, Tim. He ain't even try to beat around the bush. Hey, where you put that idol at?
And she over here, I don't know what you're talking. He said, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
He looked
I know you got it.
She looked like she was lying.
Tim's wife said she taught him how to read.
And you did that.
Yes, absolutely. And so I was like, yes, he's clocking it. However, I was like, I just don't think this is the correct way to use these reads. Like that's the information that you use at a different point in time. And I don't think necessarily confronting her at that point in time, I was like, I'm not really sure if this was the best thing to do because of the control or what I thought Jim had with the rest of the tribe. That's what they showed us. So it must have been based on the results tonight. She wasn't as in there like she thought she was, Miss Jim, but hey, I'm not even going to complain about it because I didn't want Tim to go, and she was gunning hard for him to go because she was spreading. Oh yeah, he got it. He had to have found it. Tim got to go. I know we talked about Byyyeee, but Tim got to go. I'm like, you won't keep your foot off Tim's neck. What has Tim done to you?
Right.
But chill. But yeah, so that happens. I was glad that he clocked it because I was wondering. I was like, nobody else is assuming that anybody else is, potentially a culprit in having hit this thing. So shout out to Tim for the correct reads. Then we get to the challenge and immunity / reward, whatever. And if you're new here, shout out to all our new people here. We don't care for the challenges. We do not care for the challenges. They're pretty much the same thing. They always are: obstacle course, puzzle at the end, or slingshot. Now this is about the third slingshot challenge they did this season.
I'm on this.
Right out the
Get
gate.
This. Here go a key. Here go a bag. Bunny. Slingshot.
Right.
There we go.
All of that. But I will say, out the gate,
they ate.
Tim,
they ate with this
Tim, he ate that. He was eating. even Jeff was like, dang, Tim in the lead. He beasted through the challenge. He didn't have to go down the ladder. Tim is there. And then obviously Beast Hunter is up there too. And I'm like, why did y'all send Kenzie to go against them two?
Right.
Why wasn't Q? Y'all should have sent Q to keep y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been a fair, assessment, I think, in terms of the order in which they picked. Because I'm like, why are you seeing Kenzie first? Because she was moving slow. There was no urgency. She going down, collecting the bag. She just half untying it.
She was taking a little time.
Mosey on down.
Listen, I hate to be that person. But man, when I tell you Kenzie was being just, like in movies, the stereotypical white girl, she running with and she fell with the basket.
Girl, stand up.
We are trying to win, girl. And then here go Q moving slow. I said, oh, Lord, Jesus. Girl,
come on. Don't get me started. Okay, I'm going to come back to Q.
Lord.
So, right. Okay. So before the challenge, I forgot to mention. So before the challenge, Jeff, he mentioned, he was like, yeah, y'all knew if y'all lose this one, y'all going to set the record for the most amount of losses in terms of mini challenges. So then he was like, so don't y'all be a loser. Otherwise you're going to be like, and he thought they were going to say Yanu, but they was like, you'll be a loser. I said Yanu too. Honestly, when he mentioned that, I did say Yanu. He was like, you don't want to be you're going to be I say Yanu. That's what you're going to be, a Yanu. And they can't blame him. But fast forward, yes, Q, slow as a snail. He wouldn't even move in that stick, y'all. His stick was, he had to untie the string. I said, is he even trying to untie? By the time he got the string untied, Nami had already won 2 times over. That's the Orange Tribe. They been and won. And so it's out of Siga and Yanu. He's still poking along, trying to get the thing. Jim knocks down the target. He's still up here. I'm like, Q, if you don't put some pep in your step, y'all going back to tribe. I don't know. He's not going home. It's going to be Kenzie going home. So, I mean.
Looking like
it wasn't going to be to his detriment, but it would be annoying to see them go back,
Right.
The tribal council. And it's funny enough too, because we also forgot to mention that Q was acting like he was ready to go home earlier. He was like, oh, I'm just gonna give up, y'all.
Yeah, and I was so mad. I said, now I know you ain't trying to quit. I know you at your mind. But you know what? Strategy king. I said, okay.
Yeah.
That was smart. He didn't want Kenzie to play that shot in the dark. I said, oh, that's
yeah. He wanted them to believe.
Don't vote me out. Smart.
Yeah. He wanted Kenzie to believe that he had given up and that he was ready to go home, because she was like, oh, he want to lay down and die and roll over. So be it. I'll take it, which is the right I'm with her. If you want to roll over and you want to give up, I'm going to let you, because that's one step closer to that million for me.
Yep.
But unfortunately for her, in my draft, that would have been her behind, and she would have been on that boat. So if I had to choose, yeah. But so Yanu they get to clicking them slingshots, and I must have missed one of the targets that Siga made, because I thought they had 1 left and what's the name of them had 2, but apparently they were neck and neck when they started going back and forth. Yanu pulls it out.
Venus shot hers, I think. Wait, which team Venus on?
Venus on the Orange Tribe.
Oh yeah, they had already won. Jim had shot hers, I think, first shot too, though.
Yeah,
it might be no quick win.
Okay.
She got hers pretty
so Q does it. He wins, and that allows them to be safe. Finally. And
Lord Jesus, they finally got them some fire. Oh
and
Lord,
some food. Them poor babies was starving.
It said they was eating a coconut a day. Now, Q's probably telling the truth a little bit. I'm ready to go. I'm hungry. I need to eat.
Facts.
I can't do this. I cannot do this.
Begging production. Just please give me a granola bar. The Squidward meme when he was out there paying Hannah, spare chain. That would be me to the camera people. Spare granola bar. Spare something. Please just give me a little something. Please.
Baby, I would have been. Is there a trash can? I would have been licking wrappers. Like, that's how hungry I would have been. You got a little extra on that Snicker wrapper? I don't even eat chocolate, and I'd be like, "Give me something."
A wrapper, Trace?
It would be. Like little chocolate bars, and it'd be melting.
Yes.
I would have been eating. I wouldn't even eat chocolate, and I would be slurping it up. I'm
If we
hungry.
get Trees to eat chocolate,
You know I'm hungry.
She close to the
eat
gates, y'all. She close to the pearly gates. If she is eating chocolate.
Close. Listen, you might as well put me on a t-shirt. Okay?
With the wings and the stairs.
With the wings, the stairs, get the repast ready.
All of it.
What you bringing?
So they finally get the reward. So with this reward, they get muffins. They had a little fruit plate, little fruit tray, and
Baby, I would have ate the plate. They would have been like, "Oh,
listen,
treats."
They wouldn't know what to do. Look, they lucky they got the second place because they would have got that first place. Y'all would be sick with food. They would be like little pack rats. They would be trying to hold that food
Stuff all of it.
All of it. So they win, and before they go, Jeff was like,
"Can they have food?" I know they end up taking it. I would have been like, "Well, I would have had a muffin in my bra." I would have. I don't know what that was.
I would like to know that too. I'm like, so do you have to finish the food that day, or?
I think so.
How you gonna force me to eat if I'm full? That ain't right. That ain't right. If they do that, that ain't right.
I feel like
be forcing me to eat.
I feel like once you won, you won. So if I end up keeping that muffin for 3 days, then I got that muffin for 3 days.
3 days. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's how it should.
I feel like you should be able to keep it.
But knowing them, they probably don't let them because Jefferson and mean. So it is what it is. Yeah. So after that, they have to go on a journey, and this journey consisted of Q, Hunter, and Tim. And when they get there, they like, oh,
the trifecta, okay.
The bro, we here, baby. We the physical threat.
The bro trifecta, okay. I am feeling this.
And you know what?
Okay.
Normally, we don't be for the bros alliances in any show.
I don't, but I'm feeling this.
But this one right here, this 3, I mess with heavy. And they were like, and I think somebody mentioned it too. It wasn't just like, oh, let's bro it out, da da da. It was strategy behind it. Like Q was like, okay, listen, we the physical threats. They're gonna be coming for us, so we stick together, and then we choose our closest ally, and us 6, we make it to the final 6, best man for themselves. After that, and I'm like, you know what? I'll be down.
Tiffany Mitchell at the door. I think it is.
Is it the master plan? Is this the master plan?
It's giving master plan.
It's giving master plan. Now, at this point in the time, when Tim was like, oh, yeah, Maria.
There go Big D, too. Let me give him a little bit of credit, too. Let me give him his credit.
Right.
It was two piece.
Because I guess, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because he came up with the alliance. He said he started the alliance. And Tiffany was the one with the master plan. So Tim is the initial. He mentioned the merge. He was like, y'all, so, the merge coming up. And so.
You're a real one.
And at first I was like, now, Tim, you got one foot off this island because these people coming for you now. How you making plans?
I was just hoping he didn't say nothing. I thought he was about to spill some like tea. I was like, Tim, wait.
Yeah,
not yet. Yep.
Don't tell him. But
I'm getting Banu now. You know what? I'm gonna start using that. Whenever you run your mouth, you spilling business, you Banuing.
Banu.
What you doing?
Don't be
doing too much. Yeah.
Right. So he brought that up, and they're agreeing. And so they each said their closest ally. So they did get that much. So he said his was Maria, and I was kind of, is she? Maybe we ain't seeing something because she did flip tonight. I don't know if that was because Charlie wanted her to flip or because she also had, she does have a relationship with Tim because they're both parents and they're only parents. So maybe that parent thing go much deeper than what we were seeing. Which I'm not mad at that because Maria a beast. We've been seeing her carry blocks on her back by herself. So I'm not opposed to them being a duo. And then obviously Q comes out with, him and Tiffany are a duo. And Hunter says Tevin would be his person. Tevin would be his person. And I was like, this 6, that's a solid 6. And I like that 6. Exactly, Lan. They leaving her out. She get these little bright spots and then like nothing else in terms of who she may be connected with and where her mind is because they've only showed us her with the girls, talking about the girls, let's get out Ben, and then her with Charlie trying to decide which way they gonna go in terms of do they stick with the girls or they go for the men. But so apparently, again, Tim know more than we do. So I'm gonna trust his word that him Maria is his person. So good for them. And so the challenge is, you can risk your vote to compete in this. Tim's like, I ain't risking my vote.
Possible con.
Q ain't risking it. And so the way this one worked was if you had to test your survivor knowledge and put the logos of each season in order. I think it was 20 seasons worth of them. I don't know which 20 seasons, but I know there were 20 logos, and they had to put those in order. And I like this challenge because it tests your knowledge. And
I would just lost. Imagine they made you do that comp like to get onto the show.
They should. Because
if you don't know
the
what
logos,
you're doing, you can't come on.
Why are you here?
I would be at home on my couch doing a podcast.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. And so they get out there, and I'm like, I like it because again, it tests your knowledge and it makes you who say they're a super fan. Let's see if you really know what you're talking about. And Hunter, he was self-proclaimed super fan. He got all the puzzles at home. He done ran all the obstacle courses. He done made 3D printing like car. No, he didn't really do it, but I'm just saying he's the most prepared out of anybody to do this challenge. And he going through it. He like, oh, Parvati was on Cook Islands before she was on Heroes vs. Villains. She won before, and Rupert and Sandra, they were on Pearl Islands, and here it is, token chains happened after that. I'm like, oh, he killing it, because I ain't even heard of half these seasons. I don't know who is who and what is what, but because if you know your seasons, you would know where they go. So that's why I'm like, I don't understand a little bit how he messed up, because he only got 8 out of 20 when it was all said and done. And
I really thought he 8. I was like, he probably got like 1 or 2 wrong. He got more than half wrong. Like, oh Lord.
He didn't even get 10. And he the super fan. He didn't even get 10. And I'm like, if you know the seasons, you should know the logo. Because the season has the logo be having the name of the season on there. Like, so you should know where to go in terms of that. But he didn't do it. So he was like, I'm hoping that such and such, they didn't do as good. Because I guess he don't know what the people chose, what Q and them decided to do. So he's hoping that they didn't do it, but he did it. So he's going to win something. Am I correct? He's going to get something since he's the only one that did it.
I feel like yes.
Right. Because it's like whoever got the most correct. Because that's what he said. He was like, hopefully 8 out of 20 is enough. And since they at least didn't show Q and Tim doing it, so I'm assuming that he's the only one that did do it. So he is going to win something.
Oh, yeah. So they got a choice if they wanted to do it or not. And if they did, the one who got the most get something.
That's what it sounded like. Right? And those who didn't lose their vote. Like if whoever the other two lost, if they had did it.
Oh, if they competed.
They lost. Right. Okay. But since they didn't compete, I'm wondering if they were cool, So Hunter may be coming up. If anybody does know the specifics, please let us know.
When do we find out then?
When he go back to tribe, because he ain't been a tribal. These people.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So we don't know. Maybe they'll show
might get a Yanu on his team. They might be losing some. Oh, you better hope I shoot all 3 y'all on one team.
Facts. So yeah, so they do that and they go back to their tribes or whatever. And obviously, Jim and them talk about they don't believe Tim because Tim was like, I ain't getting nothing. I chose to keep my vote. And Q go back. They like, hey, boy, we saved you 1/3 of the food. Come on, get your feast on. We done ate chow down on go get that chocolate muffin. That chocolate muffin ain't no joke. Go get you a chocolate muffin. Tree's face.
All that food and y'all left me a chocolate. I mean, I would have ate it. I would have tore it up. But still.
Screaming. Miss Deborah said she bet Jake would have had he would have ate.
Oh, Jake would have ate that.
Yes. So. Facts. He would have. So they do all that. So they go through that part. Then let's see. We get to Miss Jam. So she's sitting around Kiki Ken. See, that's the problem.
Lord.
She's sitting around Kiki Ken, and then she like, oh wait, we lost, which means I can go get the idol now. See, that's how your head ain't even in the game. That would have been the first. As soon as we touched down to the beach, back to camp. I'm going to go get my stuff.
How am I going to get over here? Right.
Right. That would have been my first thought. She over around the fire sharing stories and eating marshmallows, like y'all again, not in Survivor. And so she realizes what's going on, and so she was like, okay, I gotta sneak off. And then she tell, I'm not gonna go look for idols or anything, but I need to go on a walk. Why are you prefacing you leaving?
Why are you announcing? Just go.
Just go.
What are you doing?
That's just suspicious stuff. That's how Tim read. That's how he clocking her, because you talking
I would
too
have been
much.
like,
She
doing
just go get an idol. Right.
Oh.
And I would have followed her, right, like secret agent man behind a tree. As soon as she would have came up, I would have said, empty your pockets, pull out your pocket real quick. Miss Jim, pull it out. I mean, she wouldn't have went home, but because then she would have been forced to use her idol at tribal council and all that. But still, I would have, would have been following her just so I know if she had it or not. But so she goes, and so she gets the clue, and now I don't know, but correct me if I'm wrong. The other tribes didn't have to do all this extra stuff that she had to do. She had to go get the machete, measure the boat by the boat, measure the light post, measure the tree mill, all these things, and then measure 28 paces. I'm like, why all these steps, Jefferson? That's not right. Because I don't think the other two tribes have to do all the extra stuff to get their idol. If I don't remember, because I will remember if they did a lot of stuff. I feel like they just had to get the key, and that's all they needed. But she finds the key and does eventually get her little idol. So I'm like, oh, okay, come on, she got an idol.
No,
hey,
it's about time.
Finally. So she gets her idol, but then she go crazy, and
all she had to do was sit down and be quiet
and eat her food, because they got food. All she had to do was just sit there.
Get nervous.
But no.
How are you that nervous with the idol? Girl, come on.
And that's what they were clocking. That's what Tim clocked earlier. He's like, because you acting a little nervous, girl. She's like, oh, because you
too nervous.
Too nervous. I would be like, girl, be calm. Be calm. And so she pulls Ben, and she like, I need to go see what they figured out, what they playing, because I know they up to something. I know they up to something. They trying to come against me. You have an idol, so why does it matter what if they did?
It don't even matter.
Because that idol game, if you had that much of a feeling that they were coming for you,
use it.
You should have had that much of a feeling to pull that idol out.
And not need it, then go home with it in my pocket. Simple as that.
Just
if
like
I go home, I'm going home hungry and with dirt in my pocket. It will not be an idol in my pocket, okay? Shoot.
I was screaming. She said it would not.
Shoot.
Facts.
I refuse.
Especially if you have an inkling that,
maybe,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Jeff wouldn't even have made the announcement. Is there any... Jeff, as soon as I sit down, how's everybody doing? I don't know, but I would like to use
this right here.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yes, I did send y'all on a wild goose chase.
We didn't even get to there yet, but I just want you to know
that I would not be going home tonight, Jeff.
I would be like, girl, relax.
And what would have made it even better if she was smart, if she felt like they had a plan to get her out. I'm pulling out like, yeah, I did find an idol already, so I will be using this tonight, just so y'all know, because then that messes up all those other 4 plans that they had going on. So Tim, Ben, Charlie, and I almost called her Mandela. I don't know where that came from. Maria. Those 4. What y'all fist to do? Who y'all fist to vote? Because you can't vote me. Y'all voted Mariah out. Like, that would have been interesting. Because then they would have been stuck.
Yep.
Because they had a plan going in. And their plan was Jim. So before then, though, like, so she's hammering him. She got the machete out. And he like, girl, well, hold on. He said, I have to go get that hammer just so she know, like, see, I got something too. Just in case you get a little funny with it. Like, I'm going to hold this hammer next to my chest. He was really scared. She was going to, like, use that machete on him. Because she, like, basically, like, she putting it up, that machete, like, to his throat. Like, tell me what you're playing. I'm trying to be with y'all.
Baby, you want to get that out of my face. This is what we about to do. Jeff, medic. I do not feel safe right now. What is she doing?
I'm nervous. I feel at the bottom. I'm trying to be on the top. I want to do with y'all. I want to be with y'all. Girl, you ain't said 2 things to me. And now you talking about you trying to work with me? Yeah, no. And so he was on guard. He was like, she doing too much. So something tells me that she got some plan and she coming for me. So Ben also clocked her right. And so with her paranoia for no absolute reason, it caused Charlie to be concerned because Ben and Tim, they all went back. They told Charlie about how she was acting. And then Charlie told Maria how she was acting, and he was like, "I don't know. I know we said Ben, but old girl Jim might
Switch
need
it
to
up a
go.
little bit.
Might have to, switch a rule on him." And then Maria, I don't know if this was pseudo acting or she did genuinely try to fight for the girls because she was like, "I just feel like we built more trust over here. And I think in the long term, Jim is better for his long term than Ben. But Ben is his little sing-along buddy. Well, somebody talking about they weren't singing, but they quoting songs and albums and stuff back to back to back. Sing, that's close enough to singing. And so she was like, "I don't know. I do notice that they getting close and they real, they like this." I'm like, "Okay, so for your game, do you let your closest ally keep they other closest ally? Or do you give them the boot?" And you give them the boot. Is what I'm like Hunter. Like he said last week, I'm fine with Soda going because Soda's my competition with Tevin, my relationship with Tevin. So I want her going anyway, so I can have Tevin to myself. That's what Maria should have been thinking. I want Charlie to myself.
Right.
So Ben gotta go. So hopefully this don't come back to bite her. But anyway, they get to tribal council and they going on about all this stuff, they ain't never been. So this is a new experience for them. And then they started talking about how the idol, it was already found, somebody lying. And then so there's just a whole bunch of other stuff that Jeff asking them.
Jim, I'm really looking like you. You look nervous. You look nervous.
She looked like she was.
No
she needed
way.
another bump.
Ain't no way. I'm on the Titanic and the boat going down, and it's a life vest next to me. It's like she got a jetpack. She ain't even got a life vest. She got a jetpack next to her. But she like, nah, I'm gonna pick this violin up and play it. Girl, you in trouble, sis. Your safety is right here. I'm just so upset. Your safety is right here. Oh, and my
like
God.
You said, she over here like she's scratching. You would think she needed another fix.
She need no one to muffins.
And I just didn't understand how she went from all this cool, calm, collected that we saw last week, calculated, savvy, slick, sly, smooth, to plump crazy.
All that.
Right. Because she went from got the idol to going crazy and then going home. Because that's where she went. Is home with the idol in her pocket.
And like, girl, I was like, yes, Jim. We was like praising you, girl. You went and found this idol, got these people on a goose hunt.
Baby.
You over here playing. And then she had just stopped after that. She was just like, I'm done playing Survivor.
She had idol-itis.
Yeah. She wanted to hold on to it.
For no reason. But like, it just like as soon as she picked the idol out of that box, her mind just went fritz. And she just went nuclear for no reason at all.
She should have known. Listen, if you going around asking people what the vote is,
especially the people that you voting out,
if you gotta ask more than one person, hey, what's the vote? Hey, what's the vote? Hey, whatever y'all do, I'm gonna vote for it. Okay, and they're just not telling you a name, girl.
Right.
It is you. It is you.
It is you. If your name is coming up, it's you. If they're not giving you a name, it's you. It is you. And it was indeed her. Because apparently Charlie and Maria decided that they rather roll with those fellas than to roll with the women. Because the vote got out there and she realized, and this is a crazy too thing. She's like, I'm taking my idol just in case I feel like I might need it. I might need to use.
You might need to put that in a photo album week.
Yeah. No, shit, they don't let her do it.
Oh, they don't let you
they don't do
titles? Oh, I thought they make another one because I know they're gonna rebury it, but Dang, I didn't know that. Wait, will they rebury
Yeah, they sure are.
it?
Mm-hmm.
It was
They
you. You get on my nerves.
Yeah,
Oh, we
it was her.
childish.
And so, you hate to see it because she was showing so much promise last week. I was like, this girl could be. I wouldn't, we're not gonna put her up there with any of the greats that we know of, but she was on her way to being, a legend of her own in her own right for sure. And so, yeah, she got outplayed by Charlie. She pulled a Bruce. Yeah, she
And
did,
Bruce.
Miss Deborah. Yeah, she
I'm still
did.
mad at Bruce.
She's still mad at Bruce, Miss Deborah. So that she did a Shan too. We'll do
I still
Shan because
got
she
beef
likes
with Bruce.
Shan. So
I
she
love
likes
Shane.
Shan. So yeah, she did go home with an idol in her pocket. I still to this day wonder how 41 would have went if Shan would have used that idol. How that because Leanna would have went home instead. So Shan probably would have went home next. But who knows what magic she could have pulled out of her hat.
Maybe. You never know.
Yeah.
Never know.
But yeah, so Jim is gone. Y'all, Jim is gone. Miss Deborah says she's still mad at Bruce too.
Oh, I forgot to upload my look. I do.
But yeah, so she gone, and now we see that the merge is happening, y'all. The merge is happening, which means
finally
we are going to start seeing how the information that these tribes have on Yanu, see how that plays a factor.
They've been snitching. They've been snitching.
Very much so. And then now we're going to see if the Bros Alliance stick together like they say they're going to stick together and see how they maneuver the game. See some of these outliers that we haven't seen much about. Like we haven't really seen much of Nami tribe. Like where they head at in the game.
We really don't know how they working together. And we got a little glimpse, but barely. Who working with who? Who mad at who? Who annoyed at who?
Venus, she did already piss Q off because he said she over here running her mouth and she full of stuff. So it's like
she over here talking mess. I said, oh,
nah, she didn't. Look, maybe it was her. It was you, Venus. You were the problem. It was you.
Maybe
it was you. They still
Soda a little bit of problem too. She a little bit of problem.
Yeah, that's Soda definitely a problem. Oh yeah, for sure.
But Venus might be one as well.
Facts. They a problem together.
We love you, Soda, but you a little bit of problem.
Definitely that.
Jesus.
So it's gonna be interesting to see how
Q definitely gonna bring Tiffany. Who do we think
Kenzie gonna move to?
No, I'm thinking who they would want to do as their person. Because the other two, Hunter and Tim, they didn't name people, did they?
Yeah, they did. That's what I said.
Did they?
Hunter named Tevin and Tim named Maria.
Oh, okay. Because I said if Hunter don't name Tevin, I'm about to cut him off my list. I don't know what list I got. List. I know, but in my people, I like lists. He was about to get. Yeah. I was about to call him something, not his name, because
right?
We don't like people. We don't call him by their name. We make up names. He would have been Billy for the rest of the season because, you and Tevin supposed to be besties, and y'all better stick.
They are. He definitely said that.
But Tim and Maria, okay, I like that too. I missed that part when they named these. So okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's what I said. I'm interested to see if they show us more of their relationship because I know they had the parents thing. So I want to know who is she more loyal to?
I forgot about that. Yeah, they did do that early on.
Because they're showing us she's more loyal to Charlie, but I want to know how much loyalty she has in Tim with their parents' alliance. Like, because with Tiffany, she's loyal to Kenzie and she's loyal to Q, but we know that she gonna choose Q. As far as we know. So this could be another situation where we got these little trios here. These little love
Kenzie on the opposite tribe. I need them to put Tiffany and Q.
Well, they gonna be merged.
On the other one. Oh, they gonna be merged. I forgot about that. But you know what? If I'm Maria,
could maybe not.
With Maria, I'll bet Maria would say. I mean, I've jumped. She was just like, "Hey, if I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. I'm gonna win this game. So if I gotta run you out with my minivan, I will. So I need Tim to have that conversation with Maria, like, hey, yo, this is what happened. This the plan. So-and-so, we looking out for you. You looking out. You look. This is what we doing. Because right there, that's automatically 5 votes.
Because I'm not telling who the people are either, just in case she run them out. Just because she got the
Banu,
the Banu syndrome. I got 5 of the people. I got votes.
Just know we good. Just know if you good with me, I'm good with you, and I'm gonna have your back. And just know it's people behind you. I ain't even say a number. Just know
it's people.
The votes are in our favor, and I'm gonna leave it at that. She's gonna be like, who? Hey,
just vote how I'm telling you to vote, and you good.
I don't want to run my mouth yet. Wait a minute. All right, let's see how this merge go. Then maybe I'll tell you some name.
Right. You vote with us, girl. You be good. We set. So yeah, I'm with you, Dan Rocks. I will be here for Q-Tim, Hunter, Tiffany, Maria, Tevin. I think that would be a bomb final 6. I will be rooting for any of them to win the game at that point. It would be any of that, and I would love it. I would be satisfied. I think we'd get down to pretty much kind of how we did last season, where it was down to what about the final 5. We were like, you know what? I'm okay with any of these 5 people winning.
Yeah.
So
who you want? Who would you want to go home next?
Just out of anybody, or
I don't really know. You know what? That might be a question that's too early because what's the orange team? What's on the team?
Nami.
I don't know them people. Like I would barely know their relationship. Like I love Hunter. I like Tim. I mean I do like Tim. Tevin.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want to see their relationship. I really wish we had saw one tribal council. Like I just want to see a little.
Not the Shirley Temple guy. I am screaming. She talking about Charlie. She don't like Charlie.
That
Shirley Temple. That has to be Charlie.
Taylor Swift. He going just for that.
Taylor Swift.
Because you bring it up too long.
Oh,
and then when he jumped off that mountain and said Taylor Swift, eviction.
Yeah.
Eviction. Yeah, you don't even get an eviction on Survivor. You get snuffed. But you get snuffed and you get an eviction. And you know what?
Deborah. I said Venus.
The shot in the dark, take these rocks, we throwing them at you on the way out.
Yeah, because what you're not going to do is keep bringing up Taylor Swift. No.
See, Swift, I wouldn't mind Charlie. It's the Taylor Swift. Be quiet about it.
Yeah, be quiet. But yeah, so I'm with Miss Deborah on Venus. I want Venus because it's just her time. Like she's done nothing. Honestly, she just needs to go. At this point, don't even mind seeing Soda go. Because I don't know much about what she's doing. She was doing Soda too much, snatching idols.
She's gonna rub people the wrong way, I think.
Yeah, we'll see. So obviously I don't want nobody from Yanu going home. They didn't went home every episode. Nobody from Purple needs to go home.
Get them a week, at least. I need them to get at least another week.
But also, I don't care I wouldn't have cared if Ben went home tonight either. So Ben can go too.
He got pretty eyes. He gonna stay with me.
Not you keeping him for the pretty eyes.
Yeah.
And then Mariah, I don't really. She can go too.
No, she on my draft.
Oh, still she can go. That don't keep her from having to go because she on your draft. Speaking of the draft,
I got Mariah, I got Tiffany, and I got Tevin. Okay.
Tevin. Oh, you got a really good team, bro.
Not bad. It's not.
I should have picked Tevin instead of Soda. But shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yeah.
I agree, Lan. I wonder who Kenzie's gonna line with too, because we know she's not gonna. I mean, I feel like she'll be loyal to Tev, but I feel like she's gonna definitely be trying to plot on Q because she's been trying to do it. So,
hold on. Banu told it was.
He told all the tribes know. They all know.
Everybody know, right? Okay. So I feel like everybody gonna be like, let's make this vote easy. Kenzie, you going? Yeah.
She could be the.
If my name even get brought up a little bit, I'm be like, look, everybody know what Banu said, okay? And one thing Banu gonna do, he ain't gonna tell a lie, okay? So
you see how they all shook their heads when Jeff said Banu was voted out. Here they go. I was like, what y'all shake y'all head for? Don't be shaking y'all head like y'all know something. You don't even know nothing.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I would be like, listen, Q had the idol. We tried to vote Q out, and Q voted for Bono, or somebody or blame it on Kenzie or something like that type deal.
Right.
But yeah, everybody know what Banu said.
Everybody know.
Exactly. Soda did have promise. I don't know what happened with her. She was doing too much on the whole Venus thing. But this is gonna be an interesting merge. And then I believe since it's 13 people, 2 people aren't going to make the jury. So even the first 2 people that are voted off from the merge will not have a hand in crowning the winner. Which I hate when they do that, because like if we're merged,
I feel like
I
you should
be in
make
jury.
it. Yeah, I think so too.
We should be in jury. We just rambling at this point. But that's pretty much all we have for the recap for tonight's episode. We appreciate all the new people are here. If you are here and you're new, make sure you are following us on Twitter if you're watching from Twitter. And then make sure you go to YouTube, and those who are listening at YouTube, make sure you're subscribed. At Who All There on Twitter, and at Who All Gonna Be There podcast on YouTube, and make sure you're subscribed and turn on those notification bells so you know when we coming, because I know we be saying 9:30, 8, 10. Sometimes we be taking a little bit because that's what we do. So just turn those
we
on.
We are on Who All Gonna Be There time.
Absolutely. We gonna be here, but you may never know what time exactly.
It's gonna be that day. Around that time.
It's gonna be that day. Around that time.
Around this time. Typically. It just might be like
8:30. Yeah.
Their window.
So factor in that 5 to 10 minute grace period in there. But since we do have a merge pending, I do believe this means we will be collaborating with our good friend Gia Worthing. With I don't know about that with Silent Podcast. So we typically always, go with her for the pre-merge, not so merge episode, and we recap with her. So we'll be away from that, but I don't really know if it's a not so merge this time. We don't know how they plan it. But we'll see.
Who knows? We're gonna find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. For sure. So we'll be doing that with her. And yeah, that's
come back tomorrow. Because we will be covering Big Brother Canada. We do already know who our HOH is, which is exciting. So if you're watching Big Brother Canada, or even if you're not, just come and watch anyway, so we can,
get be a good time. And get that viewer.
Get that viewer. But yeah.
And we have a special guest supposedly coming, so we'll see. I'll be confirming again tonight. But we do have a special guest lined up for tomorrow to talk about BB Can. And the week after as well, we have another special guest for BB Can the following Thursday, April 4th as well, for those BB Can watchers. And we're going to work on Survivor too. It was like, we be leaving Survivor out when it comes to guests. So we
need to start hitting these people up.
Yeah,
it's like because we can't talk to them till after the show, which I was like, oh, come on.
Yeah,
I hate that we have to wait so
But
long.
we'll talk to some alumni, and we'll see what we can pull out of our bag as well. Because we got it. We just have to do what's best for us. Sometimes we got stuff going on. But yeah, thank y'all so much for kicking it with us. It's been a pleasure as always. Welcome to the group chat again for the newbies. We hope you stick around. We want you to stick around. We hope you come back because we appreciate you, and we hope you get in that chat. A special shout out to Tim's wife. We appreciate you for stopping by as well. Miss Bay Supreme on Twitter. Thank you for stopping by.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question if you still here, girl. Ask Tim, do y'all do they get to keep their snacks? That is a burning question that I want to know. Do they get to keep the snacks?
Yeah, from the reward, do they get to keep it?
If I win and I can't finish my snacks, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm so curious.
Facts. So yeah. That's all we got for y'all. We hope y'all have a wonderful night. Be safe out there, and enjoy the rest of your night. I mean, some people sleep, but for them West Coasters, y'all still got a whole night ahead of y'all. So.
Listen, night, day, wherever you listen to this, if you listen in the morning, afternoon. Enjoy all of that. And just remember that it is March and it is still my birthday month. So thank you for the belated birthday wishes that's coming my way.
Cannot
thank y'all.
You whatsoever. But yes, look, y'all have a wonderful night.
That's how Aries move. That's me. That's how I move.
Is that your sign? You're Aries. You're
Aries.
I know you're Aries.
I'm an Aries. I'm an Aries.
You're an Aries. Okay. Yeah. But no, yeah, I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. I'm an Aries.